Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Sun and storms. 4 Live radar showing storms popping up as we hit the height of the afternoon rush. Will they stick around heading into tonight?
It's the issue that sparked protests, arrests at chaotic meetings, even put a commissioner in handcuffs. We're live at the Detroit Police Commission as it's set to decide on facial recognition technology.
They say it's not their practice and it's not acceptable. Royal Oak Police issue an apology to the man stopped by officers in this video because a woman said he was looking at her suspiciously.
That video has racked up hundreds of thousands of views and thousands of shares. Take a look at it.
It shows Royal Oak Police responding to a call from a white woman who says a black man was looking at her suspiciously. And late this afternoon, police addressed the issue and offered a full apology. Coco McAvoy joins us live with a closer look at what's happening in that video. Coco.
Devin Myers was just looking for a place to park so he could go eat across the street at the In-Season Cafe in Royal Oak. But a woman called police on him saying he looked suspicious. And now the Royal Oak Police Department is apologizing for their response and releasing that 911 call and the dash cam video.
And they got him surrounded.
Devin Myers is now the face of a viral video after being stopped by Royal Oak Police for allegedly looking too suspicious.
Be a modern day version of the Emmett Till situation.
It all started with this 911 call from a woman saying Myers was looking at her.
He's an African-American male, and I don't know what his deal is, but it's really not, it's making me not feel very comfortable at all.
Newly released dashcam video shows how police responded to the call.
Well, she's calling us saying you're staring at her, the lady over there, so that's why I'm out here.
The officer approached Myers as he was walking into the In-Season Cafe.
What's going on with this restaurant thing?
I'm going in to go eat.
Myers and the officer go back and forth.
When you pulled up, I was walking here to go in this restaurant. So if I'm walking in a restaurant, what the that have to do with me looking at her?
Myers asked for a supervisor.
Can you call your supervisor or something so we can explain this?
The video sparked outrage across the nation and led to a closed meeting with Myers, his attorney, and the Royal Oak Police Chief this morning.
You know, it's scary. You know, my anxiety is really high. You know, it was hard for me to go to sleep at night.
Now the Royal Oak Police Department is apologizing, and Myers wants his voice to be heard.
I will hope that, you know, younger African-American kids or even other minorities or even white kids, nobody will have to go through that again over a suspicion call.
And the Royal Oak Police Department did release a statement. It reads, quote, in part, "This is not the practice of the Royal Oak Police Department, and it is not acceptable. The supervisor has been disciplined, and every Royal Oak Police supervisor has received additional training in procedural justice." Now, coming up at 6 o'clock, you'll hear more from Myers, who says this is not his first encounter with one of the officers. Back to you.
Coco, do we know anything about the woman who made the call?
So the short answer is no. The woman ended up making the call, and then she stayed inside of her car the entire time while that entire police encounter was going on outside of the restaurant. And then we're told after the officers left, she left too.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Coco.
All right, we want to get to some breaking news right now out of Tennessee. Retired NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr., his wife and one-year-old daughter are hospitalized after being in a small plane crash in Tennessee. It happened this afternoon. You're looking at a picture of the plane that crashed at a small airport, we're told. Everybody involved has been taken to the hospital, and we are happy to report they are all expected to be okay, which is remarkable looking at that picture there. We'll have more as we get it. Developing right now, the Israeli government has barred Michigan Representative Rashida Tlaib and Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar from entering the country. This decision comes ahead of a planned trip. Mara McDonald is following this controversial decision and the ensuing fallout. Mara.
Kimberly, originally the Israelis had said they would allow both Omar and Tlaib into the country, but today reversed course. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying it became clear to him that the purpose of the women's visit would be to negate the legitimacy of Israel. Both Tlaib and Omar have been supporters of BDS legislation, which stands for Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions against Israel. In addition, Omar has been criticized by both Democrats and Republicans in Congress for promoting anti-Semitic tropes. Congresswoman Tlaib tweeting this out this afternoon. She had anticipated seeing her extended family on the West Bank during this trip. The Israelis say the decision to revoke permission for the two women to enter the country is in part for their referring to Israel as Palestine and their refusal to meet with any Israeli officials. The two congresswomen were scheduled to meet with human rights organizations. The president is no fan of Tlaib and Omar and vice versa. He tweeted this out this afternoon, but so far, the Israelis are mum on whether they were asked by the Trump administration to bar the women entry. The decision to revoke permission coming today. That trip was scheduled to go this Sunday. We're downtown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
And Israeli law says it can bar entry to those who support BDS measures, but so far it has only been enforced sporadically.
All right, let's get a check of the weather. It's been sunny for a lot of the day, but we are starting to see some storms popping up all over the radar there.
Yeah, let's get over to Andrew. He's in for Ben tonight. Are things going to clear up over the next few hours, Andrew?
Slowly but surely, but for the time being, for at least the next couple of hours, we'll have these raindrops scattered about along with some thunder and lightning. We've seen that as well over the past couple of hours, including when you joined us first at 4. As you can see, we have light to moderate rain from Allen Park stretching into Wyandotte. These will move over portions of southern Ontario within the next half hour. You got a heavier shower here just north of Manchester. This will spread just to the south of Ann Arbor, affecting areas like Saline and Milan within the next 15 to 30 or even 45 minutes. So we got to watch out for some heavy downpours. You can see some raindrops left over on the camera lens. A rain-cooled 72 degrees over at Metro Airport. Otherwise, it's warmer. Middle and upper 70s to near 80 degrees in places where it's not raining. So be careful on those wet roadways. Anytime there's lightning, best place to be is indoors. We'll talk about tonight's forecast, Friday, and your weekend coming right up.
Okay, Andrew. The Detroit Police Commission is meeting today to decide on a controversial issue.
It's a plan that would put facial recognition technology on traffic cameras around the city. Let's get to Jermont Terry, who's live at police headquarters tonight, where the commission had some strong words for the chief. Jermont.
They sure did, Jason. Now, some of the commissioners believe that the department simply was not transparent enough with this proposal to bring about facial recognition, a proposal that is still up for debate tonight. Detroit's police commissioner is still trying to figure out if it's in the best interest of the Detroit Police Department to use facial recognition. The technology is controversial. It sparked debates nationwide and right here in Detroit.
It criminalizes those that live in poverty.
Chief James Craig is all for the usage, but commissioners expressed to the chief he created this divide by trying to move what they considered secretively, skirting around the commissioners.
Okay, you said it was no secret that you were purchasing the software. And I agree with Commissioner Burton that it never came to this board. It should have been a conversation. You said it wasn't a conversation, but it should have been a conversation. And I think that if there had been a conversation, I don't think that there would be as much distrust in the software.
Chief James Craig spent just over $1 million to purchase the software, and he admits maybe the line of communication was not the best, but he had no idea it would stir up such anxiety in the community.
If I had to do this all over again, I would have done it in the manner you've just described.
Yes.
But again, I had no way, the department had no way of knowing to predict.
But it shouldn't have been a prediction. No. It should have been. It should have been.
I'm giving you my response.
I understand.
And if that's not good enough, I apologize. The thing is, I admit if I know what I know today, yes, I would have done it that way.
And that meeting is still going on right now. It does not appear that a vote will come today, but from the commissioners that I've talked to over the last couple of weeks, it appears that they have enough votes to move this forward, but only time will tell. Reporting live outside DPD headquarters, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont, a legacy of leadership. That's just one lasting quote today at the funeral for L. Brooks Patterson. Today, family, friends, constituents, and even some political foes paid their last respects to the longtime Oakland County executive. Let's get to Rod Maloney in Troy. Rod, so many special moments honoring a special man.
Yeah, Kimberly, you know, it was a long funeral. It was emotional, deeply personal, irreverent at times. But to give you an idea of how the family felt about the way they needed to go, let's take a look at the program. Yes, it was very serious at times, a lot of tears. And then you can see in the middle, they went for the laugh. An Oakland County Sheriff's Honor Guard walked Elbrook Patterson's flag-draped casket down the Woodside Bible Church aisle this afternoon. His staff, of course, noted his prowess as a nationally known county manager. His deputy, Jerry Poisson, got the first laugh.
The boy from St. Scholastica's in Detroit remembered his roots. He focused on people. He was sophisticated. He developed a sophisticated support staff.
Brooks himself had a starring role, of course. Videos of his speeches and jokes, one about a well-dressed woman on a treadmill at the gym.
What machine should I use to attract her attention? He says, try the ATM machine in the lobby.
As big a public life L. Brooks enjoyed, it was his family at the center of his universe. They told us so. His namesake grandson, Brooks Warner, remembered his grandfather's last joke with him.
A fish is running down a stream and it hits a wall. What does he say? Damn.
His son drank in his father's honor. Daughter Mary Margaret Warner tearfully found her father's true essence next to his deathbed.
You are the strongest man I know. You're the smartest man I know. You're also the funniest man I know. And when I thought he was asleep, he opened his eyes and he said, and the coolest guy you know.
Now, they had a 21-gun shotgun salute for L. Brooks Patterson. They folded the flag, gave it to his family. The crowd dispersed, and it was certainly a very memorable day for Oakland County. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Memorable indeed. Okay, Rod. And click on Detroit.com. We posted there a full video of the moving eulogies given today by Patterson's children. You can find it in the link right on the homepage.
Yeah, full range of emotion, for sure.